No, 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 no cámara, no cámara, se protege. My name is Louis.
So, you've had enough experience to skip missile AMX and the big box, but not enough to get directly to the mighty Murat. So, you're stuck with this. Louis, by its full legal name Projet Louis, is a tier 9 medium French tank that is definitely going to be insanely good in the right hands. Introduced by Wargaming in the latest update, Projet Louis is not, and let's state that straight away, a tank with which you will do poorly on the battlefield. Only downside is probably that you are team dependent, and more importantly, it will not forgive any mistakes. Bonjour everyone, Pantoufleee here today for a new biased review in which I give you my opinion on a certain tank, opinion based on my game experience, for you to know if yes or no you want to acquire it. Without further ado, let's not lose too much time and jump directly into the statistics. Starting with the gun, you will find out pretty soon that without being devastating, it is really helpful. Your DPM is not the best, as you're sitting among the worst one out of all the tier 9 medium tanks, but if we put that aside, the rest of the statistics are really good. The tank is accurate, sitting at close to 0.29 of gun dispersion, the reload of about 13.5 seconds with only 2.4 seconds between shells allows you to stand your ground even when you are being hardly pushed. On top of that, the alpha damage sitting at 330 will allow you to inflict a total of 660 damage within 2.4 seconds, making this tank a good burster and a tank finisher. On top of that, the tank features 8 degrees of gun depression, allowing you to be versatile on a lot of different maps. Regarding the engine, 62 km/h max with an average of 38. Therefore, if you need to get on the other side of the map quickly or just escape because your allies died, it's a must to equip the engine booster. Finally, your turn rate is extremely good and will allow you to be comfortable circling some opponents like the big heavies. But please make sure to track them down first, we're never sure. Regarding the armor, if you're facing medium with a low penetration, you could try to make it work, but for other bigger calibers, well, do not try it. To sum it up, we feature a good bursting gun that needs us to be consistently surrounded by our allies to avoid being pushed while reloading, but also some good mobility and no armor. Let's see how we make that work. We've seen the stats, we've seen the playstyle, let's see the gameplay. So for the replay, as you can see, we are playing on a great map, a new one called New Bay. New, not necessarily, because this map was here 2 years ago when I was still making videos, but don't worry, I came back. So what are we gonna do? First thing first, we are using our speed boost in order to get as soon as possible to the aggressive position. As you can check by the map, we are not going there alone. We are making sure to be followed by the rest of our team. Why is that? Because this tank is not meant to be played lonely on one side, and you are not sustainable in any ways if you are facing multiple enemies by yourself. You're still playing with an auto-loading mechanism, and between each total reload, you are vulnerable. So it's extremely important for you to understand that you need to rest with your team. So What are we doing here? You see that our teammates followed us, we snapped 3 shells already, and now we are patiently reloading, and we are doing the hit and run method. We are remaining unspotted here to be able to snap our shells and for people to forget about us. And now that this guy forgot about us, there we go, snapping 2 shells, or at least I could have tried to snap 2 shells because, yeah, the crazy thing about this whole new line is the fact that the reload between shells is so fast that the enemy in front of me doesn't even have the time to literally turn his turret from the left to the front before I manage to pull off my 2 shells straight into his turret. And now that he's shot, I'm not gonna bother, I'm gonna make them believe that I'm going away and pretty much running away. By doing that and by baiting the guy that he's not watching me at all, I'm able to snap 2 more shells into this poor fellow. And now, once again, we are gonna patiently reload, and when we are done, we are gonna kill the big boy. So there we go, we are trying to bait them into shooting for him to miss us. It worked, he shot 1, I have 2 shells, the first one bounced, the second totally destroyed him. And once again, we are not gonna bother, hit and run, we are gonna wait for our whole reload, and we are gonna try to kill that STRV right in front of us. It shouldn't be too hard if we manage to get the tracks, which was the case, and on top of that, we got the fire, securing our second kill. So now let's jump a little bit into the replay and what we did. At first, we played like a support. We went to an aggressive position using the speed boost, we waited for our team to arrive, and we snapped our shells, making sure that we were not the first target of our opponents. And it's extremely important that you do understand that this is how you're supposed to play the tank. In a second, during the second time of this gameplay, what you're about to see is what you should do when the situation gets intense. Basically here, if I stayed camping with my view range and with the fact that I have a good mobility, it would be a waste of my competence. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to spot for the rest of my team, hoping to fall on something quite juicy. And yeah, it happens because here, there we go, we snapped 2 shells on that poor SU-130 PM. And now, even if he killed one, he is going to get totally destroyed by the WT waiting for him. We see that D75 is also spot, I guess thanks to WT this time, because he managed to maybe cross or something. We went for a first shot to immobilize the guy. I took his shell on purpose because I really wanted to make this one count in order for the E75 to be a one-shot for the WT. Because you never know, if it happens that I die, at least this WT will have a one-shot guaranteed on D75, hoping in terms of probability that it's gonna make us reach the victory. And now we're not gonna bother. There is D75 on one side, there is the TS5 waiting for me, so what I'm gonna do is making them believe that I'm going away. I'm literally braining them into thinking that I'm going on the other side. And now, after, I come back and I'm gonna try to circle them. We are gonna first focus on the E75, obviously, because it's important to pick the right target and not bother with the TS5. So there we go, I'm not spotted, I'm gonna be soon, I am right now. We killed the E75, we tried to snap another one on the TS5, we did, and the guy turning himself allowed the WT to kill him in the process. All of that secured us a victory and 4.8 thousand damage. Obviously, with such a high number, we got the ace tanker. And well, congratulations to that WT auf Panzer IV because he played really well. On top of that, we did a lot of credits, obviously, because of the reward that comes along with the ace tanker. And just like that, we managed to get ourselves a great game. Projet Louis is definitely a good tank and one you will probably enjoy grinding. But it's definitely not the kind of tank that you're gonna come back to when you unlock the tier 10, the Projet Murat. Because obviously, even if it has some great perks and it's quite enjoyable, the Murat is literally the exact same tank but with way better statistics. Therefore, as soon as you get the Murat, you will not care anymore about the Louis. But still, it's a great tank, a tank with which I enjoyed every second of it, even if it's only 3 battles. And for that, I'm gonna give it enjoy out of 10. This video is now over. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe, like and share, and I'm gonna see you soon for a new one. Bye.
Hey you, yes, you. Like that video? Why not going for another one?
have plenty of videos you can choose from. All you have to do is hop on this truck. Come, don't be afraid. It's only one video.